It's now time to check in on weather now with Market Journal chief meteorologist Eric Hunt. Eric, we've had a good dose of rain across portions of the state this week, but it looks like it might be warming up as we turn to the week ahead, right?
Thanks, Bryce. Definitely looking at some warmer temperatures this week, particularly across western Nebraska, where we've been a little bit cooler in the last 7 days. Our attention early this week will be this upper level low moving into the southern plains and up into the Great Lakes region. Now, depending exactly how this tracks, right now it currently is expected to stay well south of us and keep the bulk of the precipitation in Kansas and Missouri. If it ends up being a little bit further north, though, then areas along the south I-80 are likely to maybe pick up certainly a half inch of rain and maybe upwards of an inch of rain. Precipitation a little bit less likely across northeastern sections of Nebraska, but again, the further north this thing tracks, the greater likelihood of picking up measurable precipitation in that area as well. Our attention midweek turns to a cold front, which is moving into the region and likely producing precipitation across the eastern 2/3 of the state. And again, there's going to be a chance for maybe upwards of a half inch to an inch of moisture across portions of south central and eastern Nebraska. That's certainly not a guarantee, but certainly something we have to watch out for. And I think we'll also have to watch out for the potential for some severe weather on Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday evening in this portion of the state as well. The WPC is not real bullish on precipitation across most of Nebraska, but again, if this upper level low is a little bit further north and this cold front midweek produces more precipitation across eastern Nebraska, these numbers are going to be vastly underinflated. Temperatures, though, should remain relatively warm this week. So we are expecting above average temperature statewide, particularly across western Nebraska, so kind of a reversal of this past week where we've been cooler west and warmer in the east. CPC is expecting it to remain relatively warm across most of the state for the 8 to 14 day outlook. And we also are expecting it to, at least the European model and the GFS are also showing a drier signal across the central Great Plains and western Corn Belt. That would be useful for getting some planting windows open. The CPC, though, is showing some additional precipitation, at least above average precipitation during that same period. So again, I think a lot of it's going to depend on how much ridging we get in the west, and if we get some decent northwesterly flow. This time of year, northwesterly flow tends to be a little bit drier for us. If that ends up being verifying, which is right now is what's showing up on the European and GFS, then we are likely to be drier than what is shown by the CPC. Through precipitation, again, most of the eastern half of the state picked up over a half inch of rain in the last 7 days. With some pockets of heavier precipitation across southeastern Nebraska, particularly down here in Richardson County, where some places had over 5 inches of moisture. We also had some severe weather reports, maybe not as much as we maybe could have had on Monday, but definitely we had some tornadoes and some hail and wind damage in parts of the state. The good news, though, with the moisture is this is about as good as the central U.S. has looked for soil moisture in at least a couple of years at this point in the year. Broad sections of Nebraska now are above the 70th percentile for soil moisture. And the good news is we have seen some drought removal. So again, we actually have no severe drought in the state for the first time since June 1st of 2021, and we have seen additional improvements across northeastern Nebraska. Southeastern Nebraska, we did see a little bit of degradation, though, across portions of the southern panhandle, where we have been relatively dry of late. Just to note that we did actually have some sub-freezing temperatures across portions of the panhandle this past weekend, safely above freezing everywhere else. Range conditions generally are pretty good, so the first pasture ratings came out this week, 68% good to excellent. This is showing it very nicely with veg dry. And the GrassCast model, which was released about 7 or 8 days ago, is also showing that we are expecting above average forage production as long as we have average or above average precipitation across most of the state. Soil temperatures generally in the upper 50s to mid 60s statewide. Thanks, and back to you, Bryce.